are glowing in the ashes of the great defeat. I feel the temperature beginning to rise in the heat. I will not be a victim of the shadows or the frost. Nothing of value has been permanently lost. I am the match that strikes against the darkness of the cave.
Il calore si diffonde come un'onda di coraggio, leaving the safety of the cold and frozen anchorage. The oxygen of hope is fueling the inner blaze, breaking the chains of the dull and repetitive days. We are the furnace where the new world is being forged,
spreading through the marrow, climbing up the spine, a human volcano with a purpose so divine. Watch as the smoke begins to clear the air. Feel the rising fire burning through the heavy night, an unstoppable explosion of a pure and holy light. We are the fire of the old and the heralds of the new, the heat of a conviction that is absolutely true. Leaping from the mountain to the center of the sun, the battle for the spirit has already been won.
I've been a flicker in the wind, a candle in the rain, but now I am the lightning across the vast and open plain. The iron in my blood is melting in the intense glow, giving me the strength that I didn't think I'd know.
I'll burn a path through the forest of the light,
And I will reflect the brilliance in my glowing eyes.
we are the sunbeams that can pierce the thickest shield.
The only power to which the cold will ever yield.
No more shivering in the corner of a lonely room.
We are the radiance that
Dispels the heavy gloom,
consuming every doubt.
until there's nothing left to fear.
The vision of the future
It's becoming bright and clear, hotter than the lava, faster than the spark. Feel the rising fire burning through the heavy night, an unstoppable explosion are pulling at the edges of my restless mind, searching for the treasures that the shipwrecked left behind. I am a vast expanse of blue, a deep and salty deep, with secrets that the coral and the ancient caverns keep. My love is an abyss where the sunlight doesn't reach.
Il mio cuore è un oceano senza fine, senza rive, where the rhythm of the planet and the spirit survives.
The currents of the water are the map of my desire, quenching every thirst and cooling every inner fire.
We are the architects of the waves and of the spray,
flowing together in a turquoise and a sapphire display.
Deeper than the anchor, wider than the bay, bound by the salt and the foam of the sea.
We have ocean hearts with a love as deep as the floor,
An endless
horizon that doesn't recognize the shore,
rising with the moon and falling with the morning light.
the power of the water in its majesty and might.
No storm can drain the spirit,
No drought can dry the soul. We are the tides of the world, making everything whole.
I've navigated through the ice and the freezing northern fog, riding our survival in the captain's heavy log.
The whales are the witnesses to the devotion that we share, a weightless belonging in the liquid, heavy air.
I am the navigator of the currents of your grace,
And I will be the island where you find a resting place, with palms of peace and sands of a warm and golden hue, a paradise of emerald for the me and for the you. Every ripple is a story, every wave is a song. This is the environment where we finally belong.
surrendering the body
To the pull of the deep,
where the mysteries of the universe,
ours to keep, clearer than the glass,
stronger than the reef.
we have ocean hearts with a love as deep as the floor,
An endless horizon,
that doesn't recognize a shore,
rising with the moon and falling
with the morning light, the power of the water in its majesty and might.
No storm can drain the spirit,
No drought can dry the soul. We are the tides of the world, making everything whole.
dive deeper, swim
Further
into the blue of
the eternal mother,
from the trenches of the spirit to the surface of the sun.
the journey of the water has only just begun. Deep,
Blue,
infinite. We have ocean hearts with a love as deep as the floor, an endless horizon that doesn't recognize taking everything home, carry us home
on the waves,
ocean heights. The desert of my pride was cracked and parched beneath the heat. I laid my heavy armor at the fountain of defeat. No judgment fell upon me, only droplets of the rain. A cool and gentle washing for the fever and the pain. I found a tenderness I didn't think I could deserve.
La tua benevolenza ha calmato ogni mio nervo, a healing oil that softens every sharp and jagged edge. I stand upon the threshold of a high and rocky ledge, and instead of falling down, I am lifted by the air, surprised by the compassion of a silent answered prayer. Like a mother's soft embrace or a summer's evening breeze, bringing all the chaos of the ego to its knees.
Lighter than the downy wing, sweeter than the honey. Just to set the spirit free.
I remember when my heart was like a cold and iron fist, blindly striking shadows in a thick and heavy mist. But your patience was a sunlight that could melt the frozen steel, teaching me the language of the things I ought to feel. I am a witness to the power of a quiet, gentle soul. It's the only kind of alchemy that makes a person whole. To be seen in all our weakness and be loved for who we are. A map of constellations for a bruised and lonely star.
The bitterness has vanished like a vapor in the light, replacing every grievance with a vision pure and bright.
Melting every mountain of the stubborn cold disdain, absorbing all the poison and the memory of pain.
Clearer than the crystal, softer than the
Simply bring the radiance of a brand new sunny day.
way you look into my eyes, soft as the petals and the lavender of evening skies. No rough edges left to bruise the tenderness we share. A quiet luxury that's breathing in the stagnant air. I am wrapped in the comfort of your mahogany voice.
La tua anima è pura, un tessuto di rara bellezza, caressing the spirit with a deep and warm finesse. I've walked through the briars and the thorns of the world, but now I am safe where the banners are furled. Your kindness is a fabric that can shield me from the cold.
Smooth as the river stone, rich as the darkest wine, where the threads of our existence start to intertwine. A quality of spirit that is impossible to buy. We possess a velvet soul, woven with the finest gold.
A story of 1,000 years
that's never been told.
soft
To the touch, but strong enough to stand the strain. A shelter from the winter and the biting of the rain.
exquisite and refined in every fiber, every part.
The masterpiece of feeling in the gallery of the heart.
I remember the grit and the gravel of the lonely road, the weight of the iron and the heavy dusty load. But you've polished the spirit until it started to gleam, transforming the nightmare into a lucid dream. My rougher instincts have been tamed by your touch.
And I have learned that loving doesn't have to hurt so much. It can be a cushion, it can be a gentle bed, where the angry words of the past are never said. We are the artisans of a soft and steady flame, giving a new meaning to a tired and broken name.
Layer upon layer of a deep and plush desire,
Burning with the embers of a sophisticated fire, purer than the silk, deeper than the moss.
we possess
A velvet soul, woven with the finest gold.
a story of 1,000 years
That's never been told. Soft to the touch, but strong enough to stand the strain. A shelter from the winter and the biting of the rain.
exquisite and refined in every fiber, every part.
The masterpiece of feeling in the gallery of the heart.
Feel the grain of the life we've made.
No colors will ever begin to fade. It's a durable mercy, a luxury of peace, where all the abrasions of the ego finally cease.
Touch the heart,
Smooth the path.
velvet.
We possess a velvet soul.
We possess a velvet soul.
The story of 1,000 years that's never been told. Soft to the touch, but strong enough to stand the strain. A shelter from the winter and the biting of the rain.
Exquisite and refined in every fiber, every part.
The masterpiece of feeling in the gallery of the heart.
Softly,
So silver orb is hanging in the velvet indigo, casting a glow upon the garden where the lilies grow. I wear a gown of starlight and a necklace made of dreams, moving through the ripples of the lunar-colored streams. The night is our ballroom, the grass is our floor. Balla con me sotto l'incanto della luna piena, a gentle rhythm flowing through every pulsing vein. The world is sleeping soundly while we wake the ancient trees, swaying to the whispers of the aromatic breeze. Time is a spectator to the magic we create. One step for the passion, two steps for the soul, surrendering the past to finally become the whole, spinning in the gravity of a celestial grace. In the moonlit waltz, we are gliding through the air, a perfect choreography beyond worldly care, wrapped in the luminescence of a pale and ghostly light. The emperors of shadow and the guardians of the night. Round and round we go until the stars begin to fade. The most beautiful of dances that the universe has made. I feel the warmth of your hand through the silk of my glove, a silent testament to the endurance of our love. The crickets are the violinists playing in the dark. Every single movement ignites a tiny spark. I lead you to the edge where the earth meets the sky, and I will follow blindly with a sparkle in my eye, forgetting every sorrow that the daylight ever brought. Lost within the elegance of a single rhythmic thought. The shadows are our partners as we navigate the lawn, dancing on the threshold of the approaching dawn. Three steps for the future, four for the past, a movement so hypnotic that we wish it could last. Lighter than the feather, smoother than the wine. In the moonlit waltz, we are gliding through the air, a perfect choreography beyond the worldly care, wrapped in the luminescence of a pale and ghostly light. The emperors of shadow and the guardians of the night. Round and round we go until the stars begin to fade. The most beautiful of dances that the universe has made. Don't let the music stop, don't let the candle die. Keep the circle moving beneath the watchful eye of the planets and the comets and the galaxy above. This is the geometry of an everlasting love. Step by step, in the glow, never let go. In the moonlit waltz, we are gliding through the air, a perfect choreography beyond the worldly care, wrapped in the luminescence of a pale and ghostly light. The emperors of shadow and the guardians of the night. Round and round we go until the stars begin to fade. The most beautiful of dances that the universe has made. One last turn before the sun, moonlit have stumbled on the jagged rocks of pride and deep regret, and carried burdens that my tired soul can't quite forget. But there's a kindness in the wind that blows across the field, a promise that the broken parts will eventually be healed. I am forgiven by the mercy of the morning sun.
La compassione scende come neve sul sentiero, lifting the heavy curtain of a dark and clouded mirror.
There is no debt too large for the spirit to repay, with the simple act of choosing to walk a better way. We are the children of a goodness that has no end,
flowing like a river that will never run to dry,
reflecting all the beauty of the vast and open sky,
unconditional and wider than the world,
falling in the infinite grace, a comfort for the soul,
the only thing in life that can make the spirit whole.
It's the hand that reaches down when we are sinking in the clay,
the light that leads the wanderer
back to the light of day,
deep as the canyon,
high as the tallest peak,
the only language
that the humble ever need to speak.
I see the harvest growing from the seeds of past mistakes, the wisdom that the journey and the long endurance takes.
There is a dignity in every scar that we possess, a map of our survival and our search for happiness.
I bow my head before the greatness of the grand design, and I will let my radiance and my inner beauty shine,
and I will let my radiance
and my inner beauty shine.
For I am cherished by the forces that I cannot see, a vital part of everything that's meant to truly be.
I cast my worries to the bottom of the deepest well,
and find a peace that words alone could never truly tell.
surrounded by the warmth of 1,000 glowing stars,
Healing all the damage and the old forgotten scars,
purer than the snow,
stronger than the oak, falling in the infinite grace, a comfort for the soul,
the only thing in life that can make the spirit whole.
it's the hand that reaches down when we are sinking in the clay,
The light that leads the wanderer
back to the light of day,
deep as the canyon,
high as the tallest peak,
the only
language that the humble ever need to speak.
There is no judgment here,
Only the open arms
protecting every dreamer,
from the world's destructive harm,
the fountain of renewal,
a well of endless life,
cutting through the bitterness
and the sharpness of the strife.
so deep,
Love
so wide,
always enough, falling in the infinite grace, to speak.